Hello, I am Dr. Clint Bourne, and this is the introduction to Franciscan University of Steubenville's EDU 541 online class. I'm the course developer, and I will be facilitating your learning. Our society, whether viewed on the local, state, national, or international level, is in a constant state of change. Since educational institutions and educators sustain society's cultural fiber, we must be aware of social developments and adapt to them. Based on Gary Marx's book, A Guide to 21 Trends for the 21st Century, this course examines the following American societal trends: demographic shifts, including family structure, population moves, and aging; student diversity in the school; poverty's impact on learning; millennial and Generation Z's characteristics, along with their propensity for technology as well as needed skills; curriculum advancements and school improvements; teacher shortages and skills needed by teachers, particularly in regard to technology; globalization with its emphasis on education as well as the bearing on children, especially regarding the future job market; and school reform initiatives and schooling in the future. Overall, the intent of this course is to study these societal phenomenon and investigate their implications on education, students, and teachers now and in the future. To determine teaching practices to support student learning in light of these trends is another course objective. So, with these topics in mind, 8 learning sessions were designed with each between 2 to 3 hours of activities. Learning session folders contain learning goals, terms, performance tasks, and assessments. Each week, 2 learning sessions will be available on Friday, since this course runs from Friday to Friday. For example, you now can see learning sessions 1 and 2. Next week, you will see learning sessions 2 and 3. This will continue throughout the course because I do not want you to get too far ahead nor become overwhelmed. Each learning session was constructed with accompanying performance tasks. In general, you should work through each performance task as it is laid out for you because the information builds upon itself. Each learning session concludes with a timed quiz during the assigned period. You will have an opportunity to decide when you will take that weekly quiz. Look under Start Here for policy voting directions and make sure your voice is heard. In particular, after learning session 2, you will reflect on diversity by writing a reflection paper describing your personal experiences and views, since diversity and tolerance are such important topics in today's world. In this paper, you will demonstrate your appreciation and respect for cultural and ethical differences. Not only will you be learning about societal basic trends and their impact on education, this course also contains an embedded field experience, which is an accreditation standards requirement. In this field experience, you will dig deeper into a societal trend in a real-world context. This means that you will dialogue with a field educator of your choosing and report your findings on 4 different self-selected field-based activities. Before the mandatory Blackboard Collaborate session, you must read the Field Experience Handbook to gain an understanding of this course expectation. As required by the standards, you will submit a number of documents about the field experience. You will then report your research learnings from the field educator and teaching goals on the field-based activities. Each assignment differs with an APA-style paper for field-based activity 1, a video for field-based activity 2, a podcast for field-based activity 3, and a screencast for field-based activity 4. Make sure that you look at the field-based activity rubric before completing your first one. Also, you should look at the exemplars for each one of them before you actually complete it. If you are not familiar with regarding how to create a video podcast or screencast, specific directions are available under the Field-Based Activity Production Resources tab in Blackboard. More information about the field experience will be offered at the Blackboard Collaborate session. Since you will be reading content in the performance tasks and researching at least 2 journal articles per field-based activity, no textbook is required for this class. However, Marx's A Guide to 21 Trends for the 21st Century is optional. Another expectation in the class will be to post 5 different blog responses to a blog prompt throughout the course. Not only must you initiate a post, but you must also provide meaningful responses to your classmates' postings. You should look at the blog rubric before you post the first one. Assignment due dates, quiz alerts, and other important information will be posted as reminders and announcements, so you should look at those regularly. By the end of this course, you should have an understanding of the societal trends that impact education and educators, a real-world perspective on these trends from your field educator, and considerations about teaching practices to support student learning in light of these trends. At the mandatory Blackboard Collaborate session, you'll be able to ask questions about the course, field experience, and assignments. If you have a question during the course, please give me 48 hours to get back with you via email. If you would like to talk with me in person, my office number and hours are posted on Blackboard under faculty information. This concludes the course introduction. I'm looking forward to this course and excited to get to know each of you as you explore societal trends and how they relate to our profession. Enjoy the class.